On the Pfaff Creative 3.0, there's a lot of customization that you can do to any and all stitches. And I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do in the Sewing Programs menu. So you have all 5 of these different sections you can go to. This is the third one down. And when you go in here, we have the tapering option. So if you touch and hold, you can take a decorative stitch and taper it from top corner to this degree to that degree. And when you end it, you can touch and hold and change the way it ends. For example, let's just take a fun decorative stitch that might give you a little bit of an idea. Let's do this kind of honeycomb looking stitch. So we go into the sewing program and touch for the tapering, see how we can actually change the way that actually looks at the top of that stitch. And then we can also do the same thing for the end of the stitch. So you can play around and get the look to be what you want it to be. But what I want to show you is what's called a single pattern. So that's this one right here. The single pattern, when you turn it on, it turns green and it shows you one repeat of that stitch. Now you have control of how many repeats you want it to stitch. So you can actually tell it, I want 4 repeats, and then it'll sew and then stop for you, which is nice. I'm going to turn that off and let's do something from menu 4 in the Satin Stitch. This will give us a little bit of an idea. I love the little railroad track, stitch 19. So we're going to go over to the single pattern. We'll choose one time. So if it just stitched, it would stop at the 2 little crosses. That's one repeat of the stitch. If I wanted 2, you can see how it grows, or 3, or actually we were noticing it goes up quite a bit. So you can definitely get it to be exactly what you want. We are going to do another video that will talk about how this other option is. It's the patchwork program, and this will let you stitch out a row, and then it will know how many repeats it actually did, and then you'll know. You don't even have to guess. So right now at times 3, if we went ahead and stitch this, I don't even have to think. Let's just use this StartStop program for this stitch. And what it's going to do is stitch the 3 repeats and then stop and lift. So that is super easy. Let's just go ahead. I'm going to cut it so you can see that that is completely done, just like we saw on screen. Don't you love you always get the exact look that you had on screen? So again, if you want to clear that, you can touch anything that's green. If you touch it, it clears it out. If you want to activate it and then go back, you can have just 1 repeat, 2, 3, 4. It's really endless, so you can actually do any of those. But that is one of 3 different things that you can do in the sewing program. So let's go ahead. If you want to click over to the tapering, we'll click on this little eye right up here. We'll take you to the tapering video that you can watch and learn about tapering.